gender, and that's bad on your end.
I-
And to not take offense to
I
that
think
would
the offense
be,
in that instance is.
I'm just shit.
I think the offense in that instance is definitely over the fact that you're equating girls with an inability to throw.
But they might be good at throwing. Because there's no distinction there. There's no actual explicit statement regarding the quality of the throw.
Yeah, like when people tell me that I sing like a girl, my skin is as soft as a girl's, I'm gentle like a girl, I read the same manga that girls read.
You scream like a girl?
All of those things, you know? It's not about my skill.
I was gonna name it up.
What were you gonna name?
You're as tall
No,
as
I
a
was
girl.
gonna say, you're as many phones towards a girl, yeah. Name style.
How dare you?
Your skin is as
I've
soft
been
as a
spooked,
girl.
guys. I've seen
You
it
know what,
stuff.
guys? Though the thing is, I'm not sure I believe in the accuracy of the phone scale. I think we need to Photoshop a banana. We need to Photoshop a banana into the picture in order to truly understand the scale of the phones to the Xeinok in question. Can someone do that?
Spark, can you help me come up with a way that I can I can take a photo that literally has like a tape measure next to me, but somehow change the photo so that people can still make a weird conspiracy out of it?
I think you should actually just buy 7 phones and like stack them up and take a photo of that. That would retire this meme.
Oh, this meme was just born and it's ready to take off on LL.
Not sure how you'll retire the Persians meme.
That was never a meme.
I've made it a meme. I'm gonna post Persians for you every day. Stop deleting them.
Then we will meme in the shade.
Seriously, what is LL?
Doesn't exist, dude.
I've been spooked. I've seen a ghost now.
What do you guys think about how people say only girls heal in World of Warcraft?
It's pretty true.
What? I love healing.
Wow.
That doesn't actually contradict the statement, though.
My mum was a healer, so that makes sense.
I don't know that I'd say that only girls heal, but I think there is some truth that if you find someone who thinks of themselves as a dedicated healer, there's a much higher chance they're a girl.
What? It's so fun to heal.
Most of the dedicated healers I know on Overwatch are girls.
Do you think that might have something to do with the fact that most of the characters who are dedicated healers in Overwatch are female?
No? It's a... There are two males and 2 females. Unless you don't consider a rope the Zenyatta male. I kind of would, but it's debatable.
Robots are good with computers. So yeah, they're male.
See, there you go. And some of the...
That was a test and you just failed. You misogynistic piece of shit.
And, arguably the best DPS class is female, so, you know, if you're gonna argue that girls are playing and the best tank. So if you could argue that girls are only playing the female characters, why aren't you finding Tracers and Zaryas who are female at a higher percentage than male?
I mean, no
I thought
doubt
Tracer was
you are,
trans.
but Tracer probably would be fairly split. But considering the overall demographics of Team Fortress 3 shifting mostly male, it wouldn't be particularly surprising for the minor demographic be predominantly playing on the representation of themselves. Which is predominantly in support, not necessarily by pure numbers, but in terms of as a percentage of that class type. There's certainly an increased representation there.
Just want to say that I'm here with you on the Team Fortress 3 bit, and I'm in full support, and go ahead and keep going.
I think that girls are just more likely to be heel sluts.
Did you just say heel slut?
I did.
You're really committing the microaggressions tonight, aren't you? Just be glad there's an ex-black girlfriend in here, or else you'd be banned in like 2 seconds.
It's true.
Did you say Xeinok's black girlfriend? Is this in addition to the Persians?
Yeah.
I think girls who play games because their boyfriends play games are more likely to pick up healers.
Figure out why my freaking camera's not working. Alright, there we go. What'd I miss? Any more alias misogyny?
Boys rule, girls drool.
Did you guys watch the vice presidential debate?
Yeah.
I only saw like the
Politics
first half,
just pissed me off.
but like I saw like Facebook explode when he started talking about like abortion and stuff.
You saw what explode when they did that?
Facebook exploded because all my SJW friends are like, I can't believe they just said this. I can't believe somebody wore backwards on abortion.
Yep. Like, it was totally the Trump side tactic to, you know, compliment him a bunch about his stance on abortion. I was laughing so hard, dude. He like totally took the bait on it too. He was just smiling all smug, like, oh, yes, you do like me for my pro-life stance. Yes, this will totally appeal to our Democrats. Absolutely. That was like the best attack fucking Pence did all night, dude. How many people do you think just had no idea that he is that way, and now they're like, what the fuck is Hillary doing?
I don't know. Cause like he had no name recognition when Hillary like picked him and stuff.
Yeah, hopefully his name goes away in about 2 months too. The fuck? What?
Have you guys read about that clowning stuff going on? I saw some tweet that said there's clowns terrorizing the street, and there's a real life billionaire villain running for president. We need you, Batman.
Where is Batman? Probably
He's
crying in
bats,
some
dude.
hole.
It's making everyone around him more depressed. It's his only superpower.
My parents are dead.
Fucking pussy.
Dude, there might be orphans in here. You gotta be more sensitive.
I've been an orphan for 20 years, Spark.
All I heard was it's someone's superpower to make people more depressed, and I assume we're talking about Larry.
Batman, you're close.
Also Larry. And Spark, he makes me depressed.
What? Why do I make you depressed? I'm the most like inspirational person you know.
Fuck, cause you keep fucking talking, make my mole touch the rocks instead of the thing that he needs to get, and make me lose in my game, Spark.
I'm sorry.
I touched another rock because of you. Of all the games to be hard in this shit. What the fuck?
Your mole skills are clearly lacking. You should play Yoshi's Island to practice.
No, I should play Mole Mania to practice. Now that's
I
a
don't
good
think
Game
I'm
Boy game.
depressed.
You're not depressed, Spark? What's wrong with you?
Oh, I'm not depressing. Like, I don't make people around me depressed.
You make me really sad.
Do I make anybody else here sad? Yeah, that's what I thought. You're a bitch.
They're too busy crying to respond.
Nobody's crying.
Dude, this mole game is seriously hard. Oh my god, I'm like on the easy levels and I'm failing every time. Why is it barking?
I've never heard of that game. It must be pretty underground.
Oh, wait, I get it. Because it's a mole. Why am I
guess
thinking I have fucking
Aussies
time
don't
to
get
plan or
funds.
something?
That pun just made me sad.
Told you depressed.
What are you
people.
playing this on?
Damn it.
Is this like an emulator or something?
Fuck me sideways, aliased.
WarioWare games aren't on Steam, right?
Yes, it's emulators.
Bummer. I was gonna be pretty excited if WarioWare was on Steam somewhere.
It's on retro achievements. What are you talking about? Should be so easy. But it just isn't. Alright, I think I got it. When I fuck up a bunch of the game WarioWare, I have to make it my bitch on the next attempt. 10, thank you. Because this is gonna get hard. I think the second one's the hardest.
What time is it for you right now, Xeinok?
11.
Hey, me too.
I thought that might be the case.
Wow, I'll have you know I beat that mole game, Aura.
You did, but it took me a while to find the fucking image.
I fucking suck at that game. Yeah, your mic is like double loud today for some reason, Aura. So many mic issues. People are quiet, some people are loud.
Some people are sexy.
Is that better?
Think so. Is it 20 for this game or 15?
I'm worried what WarioWare teaches the youth of today.
that you can make a shitty game and get rich off it? WarioWare. Steam before Steam existed.
WarioWare's so good. You guys are crazy.
I meant the games in it. Come on, you can just see every one of these minigames being an indie title on Steam.
The snail game has more depth than No Man's Sky.
Are the developers getting sued now or something? Like, what's happening with that?
Yeah.
Because of one specific piece of advertising, they're being sued to take it off. Some feature they advertise that they don't have in the game yet, and somehow this makes them criminals.
This shit gets quick.
Well, did you see like all the boxes and stuff? They used to have like online play and like the higher age rating because of like online interactions, all got like stickered over.
This game makes me hungry. I really hate in WarioWare when you're going for the medals. Every like background of the games is the fucking boombox Wario thing for some weird ass reason.
So, have you guys seen those fancy
How the
drink
fuck
machines?
is that a reply to what I just fucking said, Alias?
Yeah, I don't even
You
care.
tangentially breaking fucking mind fucker.
Hey, Xeinok.
Yes.
My buddy was on the Twitch front page for a couple hours today.
What did he do?
He streams randomly, but he has a D&D stream now that he streams with friends. Yeah, he built a D&D tabletop with a glass desktop for the touchscreen that he has in the center, so you can like build maps and stuff on it. Well, he was on the community highlight for like a couple hours today, and like he usually has maybe
Link his stream. I want to see his table.
he has like maybe 5 viewers normally, and then like at most maybe 20, and like just today off of that community thing he got like 500 viewers consecutively.
Jesus. Did he get a bunch of subs?
He's not partnered.
I mean, subscribe. What's the thing?
Follows.
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 I would say so. he He's up to almost 1,000 now.
If I had good internet, I would be like a famous Twitch streamer.
Am I the only one who finds it really creepy that you're biting a baby? Not just, oh, let's bite a person, let's bite a baby.
Sounds good to me.
Here's an asshole.
Can't figure out how to beat the third version of this level at all. And then I get it right after saying that. How did he randomly get on the front page?
Doing the nice thing every once in a while for yourself is...
I love one foot talk.
We are live. Hey.
Hi.
Does anybody have a bottle opener handy, or should I run upstairs and get one?
I always have one handy.
Wow, that is such a badass table.
I'll file that under why not. Here,
Yeah,
I got it.
okay.
We're good.
Sure. Just divide your D4 into 2.5.
Your damage.
9 plus... You won't die!
And he...
You can't really see anything in the stream.
I thought this was Maw. Did I not update it from Maw?
There's another video that should have like him building it.
Is this? I forgot you were in voice chat. Is that documentary on Netflix?
Yes.
My dad loves documentaries. Do you know the name?
Oh yeah, go find it again.
Yeah, I would appreciate it. My dad's like all about the documentaries.
Slingshot.
Hmm?
Slingshot is the name of the documentary. Came out 2 years ago. I remember watching it.
Yeah, I found it on IMDb. Alright, thanks. I'm gonna have to show that dad.
But yeah, it was neat because they started shipping prototypes to Africa, but they were having a bunch of problems with distribution and trying to figure it out. And I don't know who thought of it, but it was just basically like, well, what's already in Africa? Like, can we use any companies in Africa and work out a deal with them? And so they're like, okay, well, people don't have clean drinking water, but they have Coca-Cola everywhere. Like, if you can't get clean drinking water, then you drink Coca-Cola as your water source.
Really?
Yeah. And so he's like, well, let's ask Coca-Cola. And I think there was something like, I don't know if he knew that they were working on a project or they were like, hey, we have a project. Can you give us some ideas? Because he runs a company that is an idea company that makes prototypes for all these different corporations. So he's like, all right, it sounds like we got an idea. Here's a deal. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, this is cool. My dad's gonna be really interested in watching this. He just likes to watch documentaries on like anything. No particular subject. He just likes to learn new and weird things.
Let's see, what's another good documentary? Because I love documentaries too.
Oh yeah, if you know good documentaries, that would be cool.
Oh, The Long Way Down and The Long Way Around. It's a motorcycle documentary with Ewan McGregor. He and his buddy literally ride around the world on motorcycles, and then the second series is Long Way Down, where they go from Britain to top of Africa down to the bottom of Africa on motorcycles.
All right. And that's also on Netflix?
Yes. And it's Ewan McGregor, so you can just look up Ewan McGregor and find it.
Cool.
But the interesting thing too is it's like 2006, 2007. So this is like still when cell service and things like that were kind of sketchy, and like they'd have to have like these big GPS phones and all this other equipment, and they're trying to figure out how to have all this equipment on a motorcycle without tipping it over and without like ruining the gas mileage. Because they're literally, when they did the long way around, they're literally going places that just do not have roads. Just no one comes by. No one's seen this stretch of a 1,000 acres. No one's walked by it in 100 years. Like, no one would be out here.
That's cool. That'll probably be interested in that too. I'll have to text him about these tomorrow.
There's another one called Living on $1, where like I think they go to like Venezuela or something, or Panama, and they try and live on $1 a day. But it was like two college kids, and they're kind of dumb about the way they did it. Like they didn't really have any safety net at all, and they didn't really plan it out. They just kind of winged it, and it was very dangerous because like one guy got super sick, and he's like, "Well, I don't have the money to take you to a hospital, so you may just die here." Like, so,
And there's your into the documentary.
yeah, no, they were able to transport him to like 3 towns over by catching a ride, just hitchhiking, and they had hidden like some medical pharmaceuticals when they got there, so they had some relief medicine, but it wasn't like anything they needed. So they basically spent like all the money they had made in like the last month just to buy him like a vial of medicine. Which kind of shows you like that's what it's like living on $1 a day in the middle of South America.
I have seen a documentary that ended that way.
Yeah.
There was a I think it was a National Geographic on like these really like serious kayakers who kayak on like this super dangerous river out in some other country, and one of them got pulled under and was never seen again. That's how it ended.
Yep. Yeah, those are probably the best documentaries on Netflix. There's a lot of other ones that are just kind of like throw on.
Yeah, you're forgetting the last couple of minutes where they interview the other guy who made it out, and he says, "Yeah, I'll go kayaking again. I'll do this again."
I watched it when I was little, so I don't remember, but it sounds like a thing that could have happened.
Oh, they do have the Magic the Gathering documentary, Enter the Battlefield, on Netflix.
Do you still play Magic?
Yes, absolutely.
When was the last time they released a set?
Just last Friday.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they dropped the new Kaladesh set.
Yeah, it's been going strong. It's what is it? Almost every 6 months there's a new set. Now it's up to like every 5 months. Or not even that. No, now it's like it's got to be like every 3 months there's a new set.
Who loves to pay energy in Scry Guy?
What?
Never mind, it was a new card in the Kaladesh set.
I guess I technically played with Kaladesh cards since I played with those Kaladesh starter packs at PAX.
Yep, those count.
Yeah, buddy.
Like there was a
Got
big
so many of
hubbub. There was a big, not a scandal, but just another story that kind of blew up yesterday on the Magic subreddit because there was a store playing like a Friday Night Magic, and this guy came in and was like, "Oh, I haven't played in years," and they're like, "Oh, well, just take 2 of the starter decks, shuffle them together, and there's 60 cards. Come play with us." And then he got kicked out because they said some of the cards weren't legal, but it turns out they were. It's just the people who were running it were very inexperienced and didn't realize that the starter decks come with cards that, while they are pretty unique and not available in normal packs, they are part of standard and are standard legal.
Yeah.
And then they had to close down that thread because people were getting too dickish with each other.
This is why I just stick to playing in cockatrice.
That's why I play a lot. I want to get back in the grinding circuit and start playing every week for like every tournament, but just kind of working up to it because it's like I could do that or I could start my own store. So I'm not sure. You know, still trying to do all this paperwork.
If you started a store, I would come play in it.
Did you ever see? See if this is the right one.
I will hold you to that, you know.
I would.
It's interesting because like there's a void in the types of stores that are around here. We have a good saturation of Magic stores now, except for one spot where there's a void. And it's only a void because the stores that are near that area are like super mean to outsiders. It's very cliquey. And so, which doesn't make sense. I mean, how do you expect to make money when you're like dicks to all the new people?
I've been to those kinds of stores.
Yeah, everyone can relate. They know those stores exist. So like,
Dude, Hiki, don't you know that the community is already perfect as it is, and any new people coming in are just clearly cheaters, and they shouldn't be joining anyway? And why would we want to grow?
Alternatively, scrubs whose money we can take.
Oh yeah, that's the other half of it. So like, there was a local game store that was pretty much not non-existent on Magic, but really nothing there. They sold packs and that was it. They didn't really do anything else. Well, of like a year and a half of work, me and a bunch of other friends, because we needed a store and all the other stores were kind of dicks, we were able to make that store extremely popular. We could fire events every week. We'd have tournaments every time they were scheduled. We had multiple days of
the
Magic.
struggle of going to a store and for Friday Night Magic and not knowing if the event will fire.
Yeah. And so we built that up and it was great, but then the store moved, and they moved to another town over that's like an hour drive. And so, it's understandable, you know. I talked to the owner, and it was like he's starting a family as a kid now. Kid's growing up. Kid's going to a new school. That new school is in the other town. His wife is also in the other town, so he needs to go to the other town with them. That's the only option he has. So he's like, well, then I'm gonna move my store over there. And he got it. He got great property. He got it for cheap, and he got it's twice as big as the old store, but it leaves a void for everybody. We're like,
yeah, no, we had we had one store in my hometown, and that was all we needed, but it moved to what they thought was a better location and then failed in that location. And it left everyone who lived in my town having to drive 30 minutes to go to a card shop.
yeah, that's basically what is happening right now, because he's having difficulty at the new location because
all his client base is
gone.
Yeah, like,
yeah. There's
you can't move that far away. You lose all the goodwill you've spent.
Yeah, there's 3 or 4 people who still
like starting
go to
over
it because they're close enough, but he just can't get new people in the door. Now he's starting to turn it around, mainly because the guy who works for a desk, he's one of the friends that we started this all with. So like he's really good at being an employee and getting
card
people
shops
to come in.
And like comic book stores, more than other kinds of stores,
are built on loyalty.
Yeah, exactly. They're built on like the people who've been buying their comics there for 10 years, and the gamers who all know the owner really well and come every Friday for their Friday Night Magic picks.
Yeah, and so my hope is that
you're starting over, losing your most important asset if you move too far away for those people to drive to you.
Yeah, and my hope is that I can be a positive enough influence and owner of a store that I can kickstart or jumpstart that growth.
I've watched some stores do badly and some succeed, and I think that a definite thing in your favor would be that if you have a bunch of friends who know you're starting the store.
True. I mean, getting word of
a buddy of mine started a store, and the fact that all of us wanted to play there at his store.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what I'm doing with my monthly Magic Cube, because it's all the friends that I've made at this store that moved and in general around my area. I make friends with them. I continue to play with them and make sure to play with them regularly, and every time I have my cube, then they're like, sweet, we get to play cube, we get to hang out. And,
what kind of a store is it going to be?
It'd be Magic and board games and card games and probably Smash Brothers, because the scene is large here.
So you are going to have like real product you're trying to move?
Oh yeah, it's real product. It's not like, in one sense it is a community center, but in the other sense it is really, you want to have a space for people to be able to play whatever they want to play, but it's going to be selling product.
That buddy of mine, what he did is he opened what he called an event store, which meant that it was in a place that was cheap but large, just for tables, and he didn't have like shelves and shelves and shelves of board game.
No, the only way to survive.
He didn't have the 40K. He didn't have the 40K models or whatever. He just fired off events, and he hosted like huge events.
Yeah, the only way to survive out here would be to have product. There's no way you can do events only. Like,
I don't think anyone thought you could do events only here, but he was in. I think he found a space that the landlords had been struggling, and so the rent was amazingly cheap for a fairly large space.
Yeah.
It's in this little shopping center that, for some reason, is just out of the way enough that businesses don't stay open there very well.
Yeah, like there's a place, a couple places I've looked at. One is 4,400 square feet. It's gigantic.
Wow, you're just failing upwards.
Of what?
His WarioWare game.
Oh.
He sits down and says, "Oh, I've got my score. I'm just gonna lose now," and just keeps auto winning without touching the controls.
Game's so damn easy. You can just leave it alone and you'll win most of the time.
Kiki, have you seen Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead? Kiki?
That was dumb.
Guys, we lost Kiki.
What am I doing?
What is Australian, Xeinok?
Where you been, Festus?
What's all this about, buddy? What's
I
going
heard your
on?
fucking voice in like a decade. Where you been?
I was on last night, I think. I've been on most nights.
Have a little custom blended Scotch whiskey here from my decanter. Just figured you'd want to know about that.
Like carbs.
Where'd you go?
I'm back. I was getting some to drink and to sort through it.
Have you seen Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead?
I've seen the picture of it, but I've never really watched it. Wasn't really interested.
My dad watched that and then did the juicing thing for 2 months. Lost a ton of weight. Kind of expensive though, juicing.
But yeah, like trying to start a store, just going through all the numbers and stuff, drives you crazy. But like, I think it's viable. It's just, it changes.
It's
really,
not
really rapidly.
15 on this? Fuck.
I'm under the impression it's not going to make you rich.
No, it's not. You're gonna break even, and then so the goal right now is depending on how, like looking at numbers conservatively, the idea is to break even within 6 months, and then make profit by 1 year, and then by 2 year, that's where you not expand, but the idea is you carry more product at the 2 year mark.
I'm under the impression that it's more of like a lifestyle kind of a business.
Yeah.
A profit making.
Yeah.
You
can do
the business will pay for itself, and it'll probably pay, most of your bills.
Yeah, you might have a vacation every once in a while, but beyond that, it's a pretty.
You do it because you want to own a game store.
Yeah. And I mean, that's pretty much what happens. Like, everyone just comes over to my house always. And so it's like, well, let's have a space to do that.
Jesus, I suck
dick. That's a good way to start. But
the thing is,
my buddy he had a bunch of people who knew that, like, this was the guy to go to if you wanted to draft an old set. You could find the card packs and then we'd draft. So he just expanded that to actually having a store that he ran it in.
Yeah. So like, there's multiple things to it, but really the two halves are being able to bring people in and being able to bring product in, and that's pretty easy on the product side once you get the first one handled, because you have allotments with distributors, and you can't.
What am I doing? I'm starting this shit again.
You can't really get that going until you get people in, which is like, it's a catch-22. I can't get stuff to sell because no one's coming in. No one's coming in because they don't have unique stuff.
The awkward thing I noticed at the place that used to be in my town, All Fun and Games, was as the years went by, quality of the things on the shelf deteriorated because the good things got purchased.
Yeah, that's where you have to get the allotments up. So, like, looking at a store, one of the more popular ones is one in Ohio called Darium's from CCG's. They have a YouTube series, the kind of turnover they do is because they're able to, this is over like 5-6 years that they've worked to increase their allotment high enough that they can get like 1,000 booster boxes of the newest set and flip all of those online and in store.
Oh no, I was talking
as
about board
pre-order.
Games. I was talking about the board games. After a while, the quality of the board games on the shelves would deteriorate.
But as pre-order, so they can flip those as pre-order,
many
and
mini
they can
games in
sell
this
them
fucking
even
game,
at a
dude.
smaller rate. So instead of selling it at 100 or 90, they can sell it at like 88, and that still be, I think, when they sell it at 88, they make $7 per box. But because they're able to sell 1,000 of them, it's way better than selling like 500 at 90 or 500 at 95. So it's all about volume, and so that's what's interesting to me. But that takes a long time to build that up.
I don't know.
The other thing is a store in my area. They were all the way at the south western end of us, and they were way out of our area. Now they've kind of crept into our area. They moved to a new place. It's bigger. It's in a place that's crime is actually kind of bad. It's not a great area, but they bought up the property for super cheap, and then so dumb. They did like a YouTube video of like, this is us like breaking down and setting up the new shop, and it's just filled with problems. They're like, oh, we're infested with spiders. Oh, we have broken water pipes. And at the same time they're making these videos, they're releasing them publicly, which is like, well, you've just told all your potential customers that your new store is pest infested and like just mold ridden. And it's like, you need to not do that.
I'm not gonna buy board games at a place growing mold.
Yeah, and so, but they were.
I could maybe get over
15,
with the mold.
fuck.
Yeah, no. So like that was like, and these are the guys that I would be competing with, because I see them as my only true competition, and the only reason I see them as competition is because the guy who runs that store used to work at the store that I was talking about, the one that didn't really have magic. What had happened is like 3 years prior, there was a big blow up where a bunch of people were accused of stealing product. They go and like someone would be like, hey, do you have this in stock? They go look it up. They go, yeah, we do. Oh, but it's not on the shelf. Oh, because this guy took it home. And so he left when he left, a bunch of employees left and a bunch of product went missing. There was a new shop 2 blocks down the road, and wouldn't you know, it seems like all of that product ended up there. And so it's kind of like, well, did he steal it? What went on, you know? And then that store, after 2 years, blew up again, where they all had infighting, and that guy left. Surprisingly enough, all of the magic cards left with him somehow. I don't know what the deal was with that, but a new store.
It might have been his magic cards. I've seen a lot of instances where the magic cards behind the case are owned by someone.
Yeah, it's a consignment. But the issue with that is you need to just make it outright. Like, there's a point where you have to give that up as your buy-in into the company. Like, it's now the company's product, not yours. But also, he's kind of been strong-arming his other business partners.
I've seen that thing. I've seen that kind of thing before, though.
Because they had no
store drama means that like stuff in the case is suddenly
missing.
Gone. Well, not missing, but everyone knows that it left with someone because it was theirs.
Yeah, and the thing is, they had in the first store and the second store, they had no filing system. So you just say, yeah, I'm taking all my stuff with me. It's like, is it your stuff? We have no record of any of this stuff. It's been 2 years. Cards are moving in and out. There's no way to really tell what is what. But he strong arms his business partners, and now there's a third store that is, you know, like 6 blocks south of that.
Well known in the local community.
Sadly, not. Like, I try not to really blow it up all the time because it is like 5 years worth of drama, And it's like, and I came into it right after he had done it to the first store. And so I didn't really know about it, and I had people tell me through secondhand knowledge. So, it's one of these things where it's like I can't really say that's for sure what happened or really prove anything. But there's one person who's a common denominator in all of these shops having inventory going missing, and then starting a new shop where all the inventory goes to that new shop.
So, changing gears, the locations that was there only one location you were considering, the really big one, or
No, there's multiple.
Or did I miss the explanation of the other one? So, what does the walk-in situation look like?
All right. So the idea is for Wizards of the Coast, the ideal setup is to have a shop that's bigger than 1,800 square feet. That is what they say.
I mean, like, some stores I've seen survive just on the basis that like everyone knows this is the good place to go for the Magic cards and the 40K and the obscure board games. Other stores I've seen are successful because they do that stuff, but they've also got like basic board games and puzzles and stuff, and they get walking business from like the anchor store. And like one person walking in and buying a board game for a birthday present means they've paid their bills for the day and more.
Yeah, so the idea is what all the other stores are working off having the same group of like 40 guys every Friday. I want to have the same people, but it needs to be walk-in because seeing the other stores and getting information from people who are previous employees at other stores, they're like, people don't realize that for a lot of card games, where you make money is walk-ins. People coming in and buying the one booster or the 3-pack of boosters. That comes to like at least 20, 30 purchases a day, whereas an F&M or a small little tournament at night will net you like $50, $100, whereas the boosters netted you $300 to $400.
The guys who worked at All Fun and Games told me that at the end of the day, the draft fees for Magic were just not a big part of the store's bottom line. That the real money would be when someone just, like I said, came over from the grocery and bought like Monopoly or something.
Yep, that's basically what it is. Though I wouldn't carry Monopoly. I would carry anything that the Targets and the Walmarts don't carry.
Well,
excluding
that was a bad example. I think what they actually had cornered the local market on was puzzles.
Things like Settlers of Catan.
They had like really nice like 1,000-piece puzzle kind of things. 500 piece. Not like the kitty stuff.
But the other thing is, so like in having to keep that inventory up, you need to know where the needs of that community are. Is this board game hot? Is that one gonna blow up? Is this one on the do we not need to order any of this anymore type deals? So you have to have someone really in tune with that. I'm really in tune with the Magic side. But I have a buddy who's really in tune with the board game side, and I've been trying.
That's important because you buy the wrong stuff, it's just gonna sit there.
Yeah, and so I've been trying to get him on board, but he also wants to make his own store, but his views are like he wants to open it in like the worst part of town for the cheapest rent, and he wants to break even by a year and move out of his parents' house, and it's like, well, that's not exactly realistic.
Carcassonne is a good board game to have.
Yeah, no, there's a bunch of good ones. I know a good amount about board games, but I'm not as in touch with it as I am Magic.
There are some that it's just like, yeah, we should have Settlers and we should have Carcassonne and we should have Munchkin.
Well, that's what happened at that third store. That's the same guy in all three stores. His store was having trouble selling anything that wasn't Magic. It was literally a Magic-only store, and it was only because he had a large amount of singles that were, collections of other people's collections, and so he.
The store everyone knew to go for if they needed a Gaia's Cradle or something.
Yeah, if you're looking for a specific card, they have it. And that's where I want to be. I'm definitely not at there. I'm trying to get there. I'm working on my collection.
I wouldn't be comfortable doing that at all. The prices shift and stuff.
Yeah, the prices shift, but I wouldn't speculate on stuff. I'd maybe set like a limit of like, okay, I'll speculate on a small amount of this. If I win, then I win small. If I lose small. I don't have to worry about.
I've seen the speculation go wrong for people. If I were going to open a store, and I have thought about it half seriously before, I'd want to do the board games. I'd want to be providing a really nice selection of board games for the kind of people like that. The Magic would happen too, but I wouldn't be into the singles so much.
Yeah, well, the other thing too is I have ties in with a lot of wholesalers and stuff where they sell Magic singles, but they'll sell it to you at like 75 or 50% when you buy in bulk of these when they're like the top thing. So you could blow like $500 on a bulk of the playable staples, get them for cheaper, and be able to turn that 500 into like 750. But the question is, are they going to fly off the shelf? Because that's what that store seems to have a problem of. Yeah, they've got Gaia's Cradle, but no one's buying Gaia's Cradle right now. So like my focus more was just on having in general bulk, because that store only carries staples. They will not carry any of this. If it's not played in a major tournament within the last month, it's not at the store.
The exception where I would be comfortable is stuff like Gaia's Cradle that's in like, what is that, Legacy?
Yes, Legacy Elves.
Yeah. But the old stuff that you just know is going to hold value and will probably continue to rise. I'd be okay carrying that kind of stuff.
My focus is creating an atmosphere in the store that can house multiple games.
Modern staples too, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's basically focus on standard and modern, and focus on limited for drafting, and a focus on EDH. Now, EDH is the difficult one, but EDH is where you can sell all the cards that are not interesting in standard
that are not actually good, but which people will pay for.
They're what people want in EDH. I mean, I love playing EDH, and there's definitely things where I'm like, I just want to make a deck of all wizards. Just give me the dirtiest, stupid wizards you've got.
I just want to make so many tokens.
Yeah, my buddy has the green-white tokens EDH deck, where the tokens are indestructible.
Which general?
It's Talisa, Tava something. It's the 8 or 7 cost green-white from Dragon's Maze.
This is new. I haven't seen it yet. I need to see it.
It's Tristani. That's what it is. Or is it a man? No, it's not Tristani. It's a Mara Tandris, right? Yeah, Mara Tandris. Hey, I was right. It's from Dragon Maze.
I use Risk the Redeemed.
Yeah. But the difficult part is having tournaments for EDH, because do you do 4-player free-for-all, or do you do 1v1 EDH? Do you follow the rules of 1v1 EDH, even though it's not an official format? How do you set those tournaments up? What's the worry of people, one guy coming in with a $3,000 deck when everyone else has $100 decks? So there's a balance. I would never restrict.
If that's a concern, I'd say allow proxies.
I can't. As a store, I cannot.
What?
Never.
Is this like an actual hard and fast?
Yes. Now, for unsanctioned tournaments, you're definitely allowed to.
Oh, I thought EDH had to be unsanctioned. I didn't realize it.
No, So with the change that happened about 9 months ago, back in January, what happened basically is Friday Night Magic now has an any format sanction. So you can create any rule set, anything that you want, and you can run that as your Friday Night Magic and have it be sanctioned, meaning people get Planeswalker points. But the important part is not only do they get Planeswalker points, you as a store get credit for this tournament. And it's very important to get credit for running successful tournaments in the Wizards event reporter, because that is what dictates your store level and your allotment for product. So there's certain things like sign up 15 new players within the last 12 months, sign up, play a 30-person or more tournament within the last 12 months, things like that, that they're requirements your store needs to consistently meet, and that'll raise your store level and allow you to buy more products. In also getting that store level up, you also get more promo material, more starter decks, more free stuff.
This sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah.
I think that I've heard a lot of this stuff before.
But for EDH, it's tough because
but being able to run anything as a sanctioned tournament, that's definitely that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you can make up a new format. It's nice though.
But you can't do proxies. That's interesting because
you cannot do proxies in sanctioned tournaments. This is where I'm being very clear. Sanctioned is the meaning. Sanctioned.
Yeah, but I thought proxies were like regular thing in modern and legacy tournaments. Like
hell no, never.
Oh,
no,
really?
hell no. Proxies are only allowable, in my mind, in Vintage, and that is only for pieces of power. That is usually what most Vintage tournaments will explicitly state. I have never seen a Legacy or Modern proxy allowable, even though unsanctioned.
I was misremembering. I thought Legacy was Vintage.
No.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty standard to allow proxies of the Power 9.
Yeah, no, it's only Vintage.
And maybe some other stuff.
Nope.
Huh. I mean, so I'm saying I thought there was already like precedent for that.
Oh, absolutely not. But for Vintage, most people do like a 3 proxy rule for Vintage, and the tournament is unsanctioned, meaning there's no record of it, there's no nothing.
Yeah, my EDH deck, when I was like testing stuff out, had like 50 proxies, but the one that everyone always got mad over was the Gaia's Cradle, because at the time it was like it was just this one card that was like $120, and they'd just be like, really? Proxy Gaia's Cradle? Like, I'll buy it eventually. That was the first thing I went out and bought. 49 other proxies or so, but I've got the one Gaia's Cradle so people would stop complaining.
Yeah, and so like running sanctioned EDH, I'd have to say no proxies, because I know a lot of people who play EDH with proxies. I don't mind playing EDH with people who use proxies. I personally do not use them in my decks.
What is EDH and proxies?
So EDH is Elder Dragon High Lord. It's
Highlander.
Well, Highlander, High Lord.
It's really specifically Highlander.
No, I know that, but I'm telling you the difference, because he doesn't know the difference. So it was Highlander, but I don't know why. There's like, it is like pre-internet, where there's like a rumor of like, oh, they might get sued by the people who do Highlander and something, and so they're like, you can't call it that, you gotta call it like EDH, so you never say what it is, and people are like, well, just say High Lord or something.
Never heard this.
Yeah, but the idea was,
where do you live?
Los Angeles, only the mecca.
So it's like a Los Angeles thing?
No, this is like the world. So Elder Dragons were the mythical dragons in Magic, and the idea was you would make this deck using one of them as your commander. But
And a Highlander
that-
deck was a deck that had only
100
one
cards in it.
No. It was one copy of each card. You could have a Highlander 60 card deck. It would just have one copy of each card except basic lands.
Yeah. So the idea is that you have no duplicates in your deck, so you get to kind of run a little bit of everything you like. And so they rebranded that format. I believe in like 2012, maybe 2010 even. They rebranded it to call it Commander. They started releasing supplemental products.
The Kalia deck was so amazing.
Yeah.
So just no dupes, basically?
Yeah, basically no dupes except for basic lands, because you need like 30 forests or 30 mountains, or stuff that makes sense. And it's kind of a way for people to be able to play a format that doesn't rotate. Your cards aren't going to suddenly be illegal. And also you can throw a little bit of flavor on everything. Like, I have a deck that is just wizards. Like, yeah, everybody's a wizard and we're doing wizard things. I've got another deck where it's tree folk mixed with squirrels, mixed with fungi. So it's all like forest themed. And so I'm like putting acorn counters on things and like buffing other things and making trees do damage. And so it's like, you got like some theme to it, some flavor. So people get to do things like that.
My deck makes tokens, and then it starts doubling them.
And so you get to kind of use all the cards that you would have like been playing in standard or playing in other formats, and you don't have to buy a playset. You don't have to buy 4 of something. You just need to buy 1. So, that's usually the issue people have, is like they maybe open the card they need in a pack, and then they have to go find the other 3 copies of it if they want to play it in standard or modern or something. So they're like, okay, well, I found a guy who wants to trade for 1 of these. Okay, I've got 2 down. Now I've got to find 2 more. Do I just go to a store and buy it? What if the store's out of it? Things like that.
Yeah.
So like just having to find 1 copy is like, all right. It's way easier to.
So what's the difference between EDH and Commander?
They're the same thing. It's just a name change.
EDH was a casual format. Commander is what Wizard branded it when they started selling 100-card pre-made decks.
Yeah. And it's basically just the same thing. They're synonymous.
Except all the newbies call it Commander. They don't know what you're talking about.
I say both whenever I say it. I say EDH Commander.
That makes you horrible.
It's like ATM machine.
Just call it EDC and really confuse people.
God damn it, no, I don't do this.
The other thing is, in Commander, since your deck doesn't rotate, it becomes like your deck. So people like to alter their cards. They like to get nice versions of the cards because it's always your deck. You're never changing it, really.
Oh yeah,
so,
I went out and found
once you buy a really nice version of something, it's going to be in that deck forever. So you can slowly kind of pimp out your deck.
My Arista Redeemed is shiny. I bought it online. Not ashamed. He costs 1 mana. I'm going to use him in every game.
Yeah, but there's my buddy does a fun thing where whenever he's trading people online, or if he's buying stuff from a store, or if he's trading people in real life, he has a bunch of basic lands with him, and he plays a 5-color deck. So it uses all the basic lands, and he says to every single person he trades with, yeah, I'll trade this and do that, but also, can I get you to draw anything you want on this basic land? And so, like, people will sign the lands and draw funny things. I don't think there's been too many, but
there are some.
I think a few people have drawn dicks on stuff, but basically, his deck is all about group hug, and the idea is his deck really doesn't kill people. It just has things that benefit other players.
So no one wants to kill him.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, well, you just helped me, so I don't really want to kill you. So it's this weird kind of passive way to play the game, but it makes hilarious things happen when it's like, okay, we're all going to vote to draw cards from this card, but I get to double the amount of votes and I get to choose like some other thing. And so everyone's like, no, help me. No, help me. No, I swear, if you help me, I'm going to go kill this guy for you. Like, it's pretty funny.
Xeinok, I have seen some amazingly pimped out GH decks.
Yeah.
Some people take decks that, like, the cards alone normally could maybe be worth hundreds, maybe 1,000, and they'll get it all in foil, and they'll get the cards that they're like limited editions of in limited edition, and then you're talking like they're walking around with 100 cards that represent multiple thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between like that and like a legacy deck?
So Legacy is a specific format that has a ban list, just like Commander has a ban list. But Legacy is basically all the cards in existence and supplemental product, except for anti dexterity cards. And what that means is you used to gamble in the game. If you had anti cards in your deck, you would shuffle up, remove the top card, or both of you would already have a card removed.
Oh, hang on one sec, somebody's calling me.
Yeah.
Is banding banned?
Nope.
No.
Banding is still there. There's legacy banding decks.
Oh, jeez. I don't know how it works. I'm just told that it was confusing enough that they
It
got
is
rid of
confusing. It's basically like something with banding can fight alongside something, anything else, and can block alongside something else. And then the way damage is distributed, instead of the opponent being able to choose how to distribute damage, you get to decide how damage is distributed.
It didn't sound that complicated until you said that I decide how damage is distributed. That makes it that makes the learning curve a lot harder.
Yeah, and then it gets weird when there's things about like things with death touch or things with multiple abilities of like, if this is blocked by something, then do that. Well, is it blocked by one thing or two things? Because what is banding doing and things like that? But it just doesn't interact well with a lot of cards. So it was like, okay, just let's not.
Let's just not.
Yeah. But I think Xeinok could definitely get into Magic if he had a good play group. Because I think he'd like the chess portion of it. Trying to figure out how to make a combo work and how to get yourself to that combo.
How to maintain proper tempo and card advantage.
Yeah. Like, Magic does it more expertly than any other card game I've seen.
More than Age of Magic, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, Age of Magic isn't really a card game.
Who was that? There was a brief yell. Was I the only one who heard it?
I heard it, but I didn't see who said it.
Alright, wasn't sure if it was like coming from a web site somewhere.
It was my outrage at you guys disrespecting Age of Magic.
I didn't say anything about Age of Magic. I just said it's not a card game.
Age of Magic is trash.
It's the best card game ever.
It's trash.
It's a game. It's a turn-based strategy, but it's not really a card game. It just happens to spawn things by using cards. Like, poker is a card game. Roulette is not a card game. But if roulette had a thing where when you wanted to roll the die, you would put a card down and cast the die, that doesn't make it a card game.
So, like, oh,
yeah. I
so
think
like
it's a misnomer.
in the world of Yu-Gi-Oh, like obviously Yu-Gi-Oh is a card game, but is in-universe Yu-Gi-Oh a card game, or is it just a strategy game because they summon dragons onto the field and stuff?
I think
I think it's
in
just a shonen
Yu-Gi-Oh!
anime.
I think the cards in the anime Yu-Gi-Oh! As they're used in the universe are similar to what the Pokeball is.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
just shonen fight anime.
But yeah, I'm always trying to get more people to play Magic. I guess I really should load up Magic Duels again. It's too bad that Magic Duels isn't as great as it could have been. They need to stop hiring bad companies to do it.
It's been so long since I played Magic. I had one deck.
Alright, I'm back.
Yeah, so let's see, what were we talking about? Legacy.
Talking about
Okay,
Legacy,
yeah.
yeah.
So like Legacy is all cards in existence and from supplemental series. What that means is usually in standard and modern, you only play cards that like just released in the pack form. Anything you can buy in a booster pack. And modern is has a different kind of set where it's like anything from 8th edition to now. So it's like X year to current year. But what Legacy does is they allow you to use things that were in supplemental product. What supplemental product means is anything that was not in pack form. So if you had bought something like a commander deck, or if you had bought something, God, what else would be out of there? Conspiracy, or like, Conspiracy basically. So you can
Fuck is
use
Conspiracy?
those cards. Conspiracy is an alternate not an alternate format, but it's a draft only format. Where
They were packs that were specifically like balanced for drafting.
Yeah, the idea of Conspiracy was you'd buy a box with your friends, you would draft half the box, then you would battle each other in a 4v4 battle, or not a 4v4, a 4 free-for-all battle, instead of your normal 1 versus 1.
Normally, when you've got a set, they've got to put cards they've got to make cards for the set that are like, okay, these cards are going to be good in draft, these cards are going to be good in standard, these cards are going to be good in modern, these cards are just going to be crap because we need to fill the set. Conspiracy, they were just able to say, okay, we're building for draft only.
Yeah, so
theoretically the drafts were...
Yeah, basically it was more of a drafting game than it was a playing Magic game in a sense. There were a lot of cards that were like, as you draft this card, say it aloud to your play group and note how many cards that you've drafted so far. If you've drafted X amount of cards, that means that when you play this creature, he will be an XX power and toughness. Things like that. So it made drafting itself more of a game. Or things like, if you draft this card, it is really good. If you draft this card, say it aloud to your playgroup that you've drafted this card, put that card in front of you face up, and next time when you draft a pack, if you want to take 2 cards out of the pack, take the 2 cards and put the other card that we're talking about back into the pack and pass it along.
That sounds amazing. Did it do anything other than that?
No, it was like a 1/1 for 2 mana.
That's amazing. I'm now sad that I missed this.
Yeah, they're still out there. It's like $300 for a box. Just gotta get 4 friends. But they came out with Conspiracy 2, and they're gonna have a Conspiracy 3 at some point, so it's just gonna keep going.
Yeah, I'm not anywhere near a card shop. But you know what I'd do if I had $300?
Buy a mic?
No, buy like 30 books.
All I was thinking about was the $50 thing again.
God,
yeah,
fucking
but see that $50 divided into 5 books. 300 would buy me a lot of books.
Why is every book you buy precisely $10, motherfucker?
It averages out to about 10. Some of them are less, some of them are a little more.
Yeah, you would probably like my local library since I get free books of whatever I want. To keep. 'cause I do the
Well,
volunteer at the
to work
library.
there. Yeah, I've thought about that, but there's
Well-
not one like near me that does that kind of thing.
Yeah, because they do a book sale every other month, and so it's like, hey, anything you see in there, just say, hey, I like this and I want it, and it's yours. That's our payment.
I am aware that there are libraries in my town like that,
Go to them.
but I'm not in my town anymore. I'm off
Oh.
at college.
That phone call was one girl having a fight with her boyfriend, so for some reason it's been decided that it will be good for her to come and sleep over here with me and my girlfriend in our bed. So
Okay.
that makes sense, I guess.
Totally normal.
You gonna teach them how to play Magic?
I mean, I guess. I mean, conspiracy only, but
Are you gonna put on your robe and wizard hat?
Yes.
When you drop dank
course.
memes and no one gets them, do they make a sound?
No. But I always try and get people into Magic. That's, I guess, my deal. So, like, anyone who's not playing Magic, I'm like, hey, how about you start playing Magic? But that's one of the things with, like, the stores in our town. They really don't foster players, and they don't try and get people into Magic. They just want people who are already in Magic to just pay more money. That's all.
dude, that's a great idea. Magic beginner nights, like once a month or something. That's fucking great idea.
Well, that's like the kind of thing that I want to do because, like, we
Dude, right?
started.
I've
Well, the
never
thing
heard
is-
of that. I've never heard of that outside of like official Wizards of the Coast, like things at big conventions. That sounds so
Yeah.
good.
Well, here's the other thing that I am insanely surprised that none of these stores are doing, especially the store that is right next to a college. They do not advertise to the college. You just go up to the bulletin board, put a fucking poster up there saying, here's our store. Come to our free Magic night for beginners. We'll teach you how to play. It's on this night because college kids love free. They're not going to pay to come to an event. I mean, you know. So get them in, teach them Magic, give them some cheap cards. You know, I mean, with the amount of bulk,
let them draft with like a common cube or something,
yeah, I
or a
mean,
pauper cube.
yeah. I mean, the other part of it is just you can totally. There's so much bulk. A store has so much bulk. Either buying collections or just draft chaff. They're gonna have bulk. There's no way you could really sell it all. No one wants it. So you do just make some shitty decks, give it away. Don't make it like a thing, you know, because you do need to make money on cards. But, you know, you talk to people, you be friendly to people. If it seems like they're interested, throw them like the cheapest $2 deck of commons that you've got and say, hey, here's your start, you know? That's why Magic, that's why Wizards of the Coast gives every store a certain allotment of starter decks that are the beginner's intros. So they're 30 card decks instead of 60. And the idea is in the pack comes with two 30 card decks. And you can just play against each other. And it's short, it's easy to learn, it's not that complicated.
I don't think those were around last time I played.
Yeah, they started in 2012, I think. Yeah, I think they started in 2012 with those kind of promotions. But the sad part is they really don't give a lot of that to the store. There's even at like some of the highest levels, you'll get like 16 of those.
Yeah, I've
which is
never
gonna
seen
go
those
by
at
fast.
stores. I've only seen them at conventions where it's actually like Wizards themselves.
Yeah, because they can bring in a shipload of them. Like you just don't get that many as a store.
They're really cool, man. Like, it's such a great thing for beginners. These cool little, like, small box packs of, like, 60 cards for, like, each color. I don't know. It's just, like, really teaches people the game really well.
That's why I would like to make my own, because Wizards is not going to give me enough that I need.
30.
I'll just make it with like the worst rare that they've got in the set, because that's what they already do. And then put in some cards to make it work. And it can be like a $2 deck, but really, the cards that would never sell in the first place anyway. That's what the majority of those are. They're all cards that like can't even be sold in the first place. But yeah, like the other half of it is streaming, like actually streaming tournaments of all kinds and being able to get a sophisticated stream going. I'm just surprised by how little these stores do and somehow are surviving in this city. So it just blows my mind because I feel like I could do 50 other things that they're not doing. And I don't know how I couldn't be successful.
Streaming at a really high level seems really tough.
It is a lot of work. That's why I stream from my cube so I can get experience. It is you just jumping around and managing things constantly.
I mean, it's just like what do I even call it?
It's
like
a
level of like
production.
Yeah, no, seriously, it's like a level of that. It's like a sports broadcast on top of like graphic design, on top of casting, because you really, like, when you really get down to it, you need the cards, like the graphic of the card itself to like appear on screen and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you almost need like post-production. Like, I don't even know how you do it as a stream. It's so damn hard.
I've done it actually, and I'm hoping I can get it going again this week because I'm streaming this week on the 8th. But
a friend of mine casted a ESL event the other day.
Oh, nice.
Super Smash Brothers.
But the idea basically is you have the card frame set up, which actually it works better now in the new OBS because you used to have to always reload it in the old OBS, and that was the issue I was having. So I'm going to try it again in the new OBS. But basically you have that window and you have it set on whatever website you're using to grab the card, and you box in just the card section, and you basically tick to show and not show the card. And so like you tick don't show the card and then change to the card you want and then click show the card and it'll update it. But yeah, like I've done some of that. Really, I just need to work on the overlay. That's my biggest downfall because I'm just not artistic.
No. horrible music game. Gotta smash the pupper face.
Hello?
Gotta get 15.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, I could talk about magic and cards and card shop stuff all day.
Dude, I can tell.
Hello? Hello?
I'm one achievement away from redoing Rocket League, but I don't know if it's working or not.
What are you doing?
I've done all but one of the new achievements in Rocket League, and it's make 535 shots on goal, but the counter doesn't move, so I don't know if it's like if it's worth getting 535 shots on goal or if I should wait. I already have like 3,000 of them in my stats, so it's annoying.
Does the tutorial count as shots on goal?
I don't think so, but playing against bots does, so you can play against rookie bots and get achievements. I did the two really annoying ones that way, because there's one to get a turtle goal on a specific map, and another one to get an aerial goal with a certain number of boost, a certain type of boost on the same map, and it's like you get that map 1 in 10 times or whatever, so fuck that.
I'm just still thinking about Magic. Are you there, Xeinok?
I'm trying to remember what deck I had back when I did play very briefly. Like me and my cousin bought each other pre-set decks or whatever of like 30 cards.
Of 30 cards, they didn't have those unless you bought like the Portal pack, or maybe the 7th edition pack came with 30. There was an original like 4th edition pack that came with 2 or 3 30 card decks. Do you remember what they did or how old? Like,
Would have been like 10 or 11 years ago, and it was a green deck that came in a box, and I think it was called like Planeswalker or something. I might be remembering that wrong.
11 years ago, though. I mean, I would assume it was like 7th edition Thorn Elemental box. Did it come with a CD?
I don't think so.
Okay, so it must not have been one of those. It still would have been around 7th edition. And it was green, you say?
Hmm?
It was green, you say?
I think so. Or maybe we had like those little case things that were green, and that's what I'm thinking of.
Might be.
But I remember we both like decided we were going to get into Magic, and then we both bought each other the same pack for each other's birthdays because we're born 6 days apart.
Hey, Hickey.
Yep.
2 achievements list on Rescue Beer.
2 on what?
2 achievements left on Rescue Beer.
Oh,
Operation.
nice. Was it one of these packs?
Might have been that Way Wild one.
That's the one I was thinking of. Because if I recall, the 7th edition ones were like 45 cards or 50 cards. Like, because this was like back when your deck was, I forget what it was. There's like some weird thing. But like they didn't give you a full 60 because they're like, oh, well, you can have this and then add a few cards to have a full deck. Well, I kind of want to beat some games, but all I'm thinking about is Magic.
I'm still thinking about that Rocket League achievement because there's one person on A stats that has it, but you don't know if it's legit or not.
Oh, I see. I think it works. It's just it didn't count previous stuff, so you got to do it again.
Yeah, the thing that's making me worry is that it has a counter on it, like on Steam, that doesn't go up.
That's normal. Honestly, a lot
Okay.
of devs mess that up.
Well, I'll see if I can get it, and then I'll wait for my points to slowly decay while people catch up. That one achievement's worth 427 points right now.
Yep.
I can't sleep.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
Playing the AI and Magic Duels.
Is that Sammy bot?
Yeah, she's playing WarioWare.
Hello.
Oh, I guess she has the headphones on.
Hello.
I wonder if she can hear me.
Hello.
Probably.
Ah.
She's smiling.
I did it on a hard one.
Hey.
Ah! I have no idea how I did that. Oh, I lost. I got to 10. I lost. This one's so hard.
I wonder if that monkey's throwing like apples from the tree, or do you like think they're like giant cherries?
Here I go. These rubs. Fuck.
Maybe he's like throwing tomatoes from the tomato tree.
Oh, it's so hard. I can't do this one.
Keep it up, Sammy. I believe in you.
Okay. I think Sparks. Yeah, Sparks said he believes in me, so I'm. Oh, fuck. I started the game. I'm already down 1 life. Oh. So hard though, Pupper. Oh, shit.
Oh, he missed the first one?
This is too fucking funny. Holy shit. Nope. Why am I so bad at this one? 'Cause what? I'm a what? I'm not mean to them. I'm nice to the monkeys.
Sammy Pup, I think you have more viewers than this thing's ever had before on his Twitch.
Spark said I have more viewers than you've ever had before on your Twitch.
I think you have a bright future in Twitch.
Oh no, he's throwing me off my game. Fuck. Fuck. It's so hard. I'm bad pupper. But now I like have to conquer it because I mean, I like the monkey. I just wish he would throw better. Oh, fuck. And he gets so angry about it. Like, calm down, guy.
Don't let the monkey beat you.
Oh my god. I fucked up on an easy one. And then I fucked up on a hard one. God damn it. I got to 10 again. Fuck. This fucking monkey. Oh no.
Alright, I won't talk anymore. I'll let you concentrate on the
Okay.
monkey throwing tomatoes out of his tree.
Yay. Oh shit. Okay. Oh, fuck. Oh. Oh, I got to 11. I have to do it. Like, I can't not
Yeah,
now.
high score.
Someone said I got a high score. Oh. I now understand why you always make grumbly noises. You do. You're a pupper. Oh. No, it always goes so bad. Dude. Am I ever gonna get it? Oh no, I'm never gonna get it. I just lost on the first one again. Oh. I just don't like this joystick. Nope. Please. I must conquer. Please. It's not 15. Oh. I just keep like losing lives fucking hella early on. Ugh. Fuck. Ugh. This is fucking brutal. Ugh. Oh, it's going so well. Oh, one wrong move, and I'm done. And I keep fucking dying at 11. On the fucking monkey. I mean, what do I do at this point? The monkey is gonna fucking defeat me, and I can't let that happen. He's mean. He gets so mad when you drop them. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. Oh my god, I did it. Fuck it. I got to 16. Oh my god, that was so hard. Fuck. How do I use push to talk? Ryan. Are there any more? I don't know. It's all you. against what? And what am I? Where am I and what am I? I'm the person? What am I supposed to do, though? What? What is start? It says defend, but... What do you mean move the laser with the joystick? Okay. Oops, I should probably kill them before I take them. Fuck. My bad, guys. Let her plan it down. Oh, okay. Spark sent me a bunch of poppers. Hard.
Defend the Earth.
I'm trying.
Don't let the asteroids hit.
Fuck. One of them fell. I really don't like this fucking joystick.
Ouch, that one hit my house.
Nope, don't like this at all. Don't like this game. So we're lined up perfectly to kill them at the same time. So annoying. Fuck. Oh no. God damn it. Fuck. Dude, I hate this joystick. Thank you for the puppers. Fuck. I don't deserve them. Huh? Oh wait, I did it. Oh my god. Fuck. Am I okay because I beat the first two? What? Oh. Oh, I only got one. I didn't? No. Because I'm tired.
She's tired.
Yes. I'm kind of tired now, though. What? I'm not a delicate person. You're so much better at it. This one's gonna move around all weird like. Oh, you're so good at this. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I told you. They're cute pups. I would pet them all. On the little pup face.
Damn, this one's gonna be so long. You have like 4 pieces to each stage, and you gotta do it like 30 times. It's crazy.
More than that, no.
Good night.
Gave birth. Ew. That's crazy. You're just gonna die the rest? I don't know why my tongue. What's this? Oh wait, we were watching that skeleton dance at work. It's so fucking funny though. Just watching you fucking not give a shit. They all got flowers. It's 1:30, yeah. I didn't even get here until... That last one was a bandit. Oh shit. Dude, I have to take a picture of this. It's too fucking funny.
Died?
Well, because I told you about how like it shuts off